This is Racquel Palmisi. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday, or whatever day you might be seeing this. There's been something arising in a lot of my work with my clients lately, and I'm wondering about you, wondering about us all these days, because a lot of us are feeling levels of overwhelm. And it comes in many forms and shapes and sizes. This overwhelm can sometimes feel like exhaustion. It can just feel like I want to be in a dark room and I don't know how to get hold of all the things that I need to handle and take care of. They're all screaming so loudly at me. I can't imagine how I'm going to actually do my life. And that feeling of overwhelm can generate into a kind of nervousness and a kind of feeling of hopelessness that can paralyze us. It can put us into a freeze. And honestly, I think this kind of sort of post-COVID time, when people are coming out of their rabbit holes and looking around and visiting with each other and attending things is great. Still a little dangerous out there, I guess, but we all emerge from this with the scars of a couple of years of kind of quietude, of separation. And you know as well as I do what I'm talking about. I feel a lot of us are coming out of this feeling like we don't know what to do. A lot of us don't want to go back to our jobs that we've had. A lot of us don't even feel like it's possible to pick up in some way where we left off. That goes for students, for kids, for college students, for people working in office jobs in different ways. It's like a lot of the old ways of doing things got stopped in their tracks. And it is really hard to pick it all back up. And we can feel overwhelmed with the potentiality of it. Okay, I shower, get dressed, and actually go into an office, take a bus or drive my car for an hour each way to a building and park. And then I'm not sure I actually remember how to do all that, or if I am interested in doing all that anymore. I need to make money. I need to survive, but nothing I'm doing feels right. So how do we reckon with all this? How do we actually put together a life that makes sense to us in this whole new unit of time that we're in? How do we deal with the overwhelming feeling of, I don't understand how to do my life right now? I've heard that coming from mothers of young children. They're very disturbed about it. It's like, doesn't make sense to them. They don't feel like they can navigate it the way they used to. And a lot of people are wanting to do kind of their own sort of business and have started in it. And yet they lack the drive. They lack the resources, mental, emotional, and sometimes financial, to get started in something. They can feel like imposters, like they're pretending. They're trying to do something that's not really up to them to do. All these things are really difficult right now, and I think we all need to take a good look at this current state of time as being so very, 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 very different than our lives pre-COVID, pre 2 years ago, pre-quarantines, pre-mandates, pre-isolation, and pre-polarization. So many of us have lost our tribes and our friends, even our families, to a polarized way of looking at politics, at vaccines, at everything. And here we are in a world where there is a huge war right over in Europe. Many of us know people that are in the middle of it. Overwhelm. We need to look at our state of emotions, our mental states in all this. Are we grounded? Are we okay? Are we able to breathe and relax a little bit and find our footing here? So that's what I'm here to tell you about, is that this is also a time where we can make some changes. This is also a time that's asking us to reassess our own ideas and values, who we think we are and what we think we're supposed to be engaged with and how we want to engage with it. For example, if we want to go back to a job that we had or continue with a job that we've had that maybe was online a lot, and maybe people are going back and working in person now, we have an opportunity now to reset and re-examine the way we want to be. Who are we now? Who do we want to be? What version of ourselves do we actually want to be in all this? So the way out of overwhelm, besides trying to chop everything into little pieces, into bite-sized pieces that we can actually handle and do one thing at a time and get things done. That's one type of overwhelm, is the busyness of life and all the demands that are being made on us. But the way out of overwhelm really has to do with us learning how to breathe and how to ground into our lives, how to relax our shoulders, in the middle of it, how to be in alignment with a life that might be particularly difficult right now. How do we not fight or make it wrong? How do we not make our lives wrong right now? Or life in general wrong right now? It's not wrong. It's just different. And for us to try to come into alignment with what is what's really important, and something we all need to look at and we all need to do. Ask yourself, what am I in a war with? What am I making wrong? What parts of my life am I fighting? What parts of my life do I feel are a mistake or that I am making wrong? And maybe, for example, if I'm making my job wrong, maybe I need to come out of a fight with that job. Maybe I need to not make it wrong for a while. Maybe I need to come back into the fold of it, make peace with it, even find a way to enjoy it, to get something out of it, rather than being in conflict. You can look at the places in your life and you can see all the places that you're in conflict in life and all the people that you are also making wrong, that you're in judgment of. People, relationships you may be disappointed in. The first step in coming out of overwhelm is really to come out of the fight that you're in with aspects of your life, and also to come out of the fight and wrongness that you may feel about life itself, the way it's rolling, the way it's going. We get bombarded with stories in social media and on the news and from everywhere, it seems. We get stories coming at us of all the negativity and dysfunction that's going on the planet in every way, from climate change to the war in Ukraine, to everything that's going on with homelessness here. I don't need to recite the litany of things that come at us every day. And we end up feeling so negative about the way life is, or we try to bypass it and, it's okay. That doesn't work either. We truly have to find a way to come out of the fight that we're in with any level of life whatsoever. Even if people are doing something that we feel is really wrong to us, we still have to learn how to not be in a fight with it if we're going to resolve it. This conflict only leads to more conflict, and everyone watching or listening to this knows it. So how do you come out of being at war with aspects of your life? Well, you simply put down your sword. You don't have to love it. You don't have to love any of it. But you do need to find a kind of neutrality, at least. If not positivity, then at least neutrality about it. You don't have to like what's going on. But if you can't get to a place of neutrality with it, you'll never solve anything. You'll just always stay at war with it and in judgment of it. And you won't learn the lessons that are trying to be shown to you. So maybe this is time for us all, as we emerge back into life, to lay down our swords. Come to a place where we're not fighting with aspects of our life and feeling the resulting overwhelm. If we stop fighting with it and making it so wrong and scary, we can actually handle the solutions to the problems, and you know that. But we build it up into such a monolithic problem that we can't be effective, and we get overwhelmed with it. We feel helpless and hopeless. So, my friends, let's take some breaths here. Let's ground. Let's send our energy into the earth. Let's feel like we're sitting a little heavier in our seat. Let's be in life. Let's be immersed and engaged in our lives and not at war with them. That's the message. Lots of love to you. I'll see you live next Wednesday.